Before Kimberly Akimbo, I did not know what akimbo was. It's so weird. Like, I didn't realize that standing with your hands on your hips, that meant akimbo. You learn something new every day. Hey, what's up? My name is Amanda. I'm really into theater, and if you are too, subscribe. Kimberly Akimbo tells a story about this girl named Kimberly who has a rare genetic condition that causes her to age 4.5 times faster than normal. Her and her family moved into this new town in an attempt to run away from their aunt, from Kimberly's aunt, who happens to be a criminal. Now, Kimberly is just trying to deal with her family's dysfunction, and she's trying to figure out like what's going on with her and her crush or whatever. One day, the aunt finds them in the new town, and the aunt decides, you know what? Instead of getting money through a job, let's scam people. And she ropes Kimberly and her school friends on the scam, right? Works out for Kimberly because Kimberly needs money so that she can go on the road trip and so she can go to Six Flags. Her alcoholic father was supposed to bring her to Six Flags, never followed through. And her friends need it because they need costumes because they're putting on a choir performance later on in the school year, right? So now we're left with these questions. Will the scam work? What's going on with Kimberly's family's dysfunction? Like, what are the secrets? Can Kimberly deal with the secrets once they come out? And will Kimberly get the boy that she's fiending after? Gotta watch the show to find out. Now, I have to mention that I did see the show blind. Like, I didn't know what the story was about before I went to go see it. Would I have changed anything? Not particularly, because I don't think knowing the plot would have changed my opinion about the show. And this is what my opinion is. I think Kimberly Akimbo is just okay. To me, it's like a summer film, you know? It's like prom. It's like dumpling. It's like, you know, it's like To All the Boys I've Loved Before. You know, those kinds of shows, those kind of movies and whatnot. It's sweet, you know? It's fun. But do I love it? No. Do I hate it? Not really. It's really in the middle for me. The one person that stands out the most in this show is Victoria Clark. She plays Kimberly, and she does an amazing job playing a teenager. She's like 60 something years old, and she plays a 16-year-old with so much life, so much energy. She's incredible as Kimberly. And not to say that everybody else fades to the background, because they don't. The entire cast really works well together to bring the show to life. But I don't know, there's just something, you know what it is? It's seeing someone who's, I don't want to say so old, but someone who's older playing someone so young. I like that, what do I call it? That balance? It's not really a balance, but that juxtaposition, perhaps, between seeing that makes it so interesting to see. You know what I mean? I also want to highlight Justin Cooley. He plays Kimberly's love interest. He plays Seth. I think Justin Cooley does a really great job of playing this geeky, nerdy kid who's into really different things that you wouldn't expect people to be into. Like, he's into anagrams. Like, well, who do you know that's into anagrams? I don't know nobody who's into anagrams, you know what I mean? So he does a good job of playing this like anxious, he's not necessarily anxious, but no, he is anxious. This anxious, nerdy kid. He really brought that character to life. But to go back to what I liked, what I didn't like, I mentioned before that this musical feels very summer, right? It feels very high school, summery, coming of age kind of realm. I think I'm reaching that point where I'm no longer interested in seeing high school related shows and movies and stuff, I've always wondered why they don't break out of that. Like why are all the coming of age stories set in high school? I mean, obviously it makes sense for it to be set in high school because unlike college, most people go to high school, so it's a relatable setting, right? You're going through the motions of like puberty and all that stuff. Like we've all kind of experienced that. But at the same time, it's like, let's break away from that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I think I'm kind of like over the whole, I'm in high school, I have a crush, I'm dealing with this. I just wish it was set earlier in life. And that's not the musical's fault. That's me clearly wanting something that the musical is not giving to me. So again, that's not Kimberly Akimbo's fault. That's definitely Amanda's fault for wanting that and for putting something on the musical that it never even claimed to be or present itself to be. You know what I mean? Like it was never trying to be like that. It's literally just trying to be a feel-good musical. And it does a good job of doing that. I just think it's all right. Out of all the shows I've seen, I feel like Kimberly Akimbo kind of falls to the wayside. Not to the wayside, maybe at the back of my mind. Like, Kimberly Akimbo is not going to be a show that I'll be thinking about forever unless I bring up Victoria Clark. You know what I mean? In many ways, I guess what I'm trying to say, this is like a long-winded thing, but this is what I'm really trying to say. Kimberly Akimbo, as fun as it is, it's kind of forgettable and it's just all right. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's not bad. It's not a bad show. And it's not like it's overly amazing either. It's just okay. And that's okay. I think it's okay for it to be just okay. So would I recommend Kimberly Akimbo? I would recommend it to someone who just wants to see a show. You want to have a feel good time. Like you want to feel good. You want to feel nice, happy. You'll get that with Kimberly Akimbo. It's a fun show. You're not going to go for like dramatics or something that is like high art, because that's not what the show is trying to give. It's literally just telling you a story about this girl dealing with family dysfunction. That's it. And navigating her high school life. And as long as you let the show do that, you're not going to be disappointed. That's all. So do I recommend it? Maybe. Depends on what you're trying to see. You know what I mean? But yeah, those are my thoughts on Kimberly Akimbo. It's just okay. It's just okay. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just okay. It's a okay, feel good show. That's it. In the comments below, let me know what you think about Kimberly Akimbo. Do you agree with my take? Do you think Kimberly Akimbo is amazing? Is it just all right? Am I bugging? You know what I mean? Am I wailing out? I might be. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. And as always, thanks for watching.